To the another session of ethical hacking. Today we have a great hacker who is the best of best, one of the best in Kolkata, I think. Actually, I've got his name. His name is Mr. Amlan, and today he will describe his experience about computer virus, how he deal with virus in ethical hacking. Virus is very genuine problem which we face nowadays. So how users should be aware of that. So Mr. Amlan will tell every details about that. So it's up to you, Mr. Amlan. Please continue.
So a virus is a small piece of software that piggybacks on real programs in order to get executed. Once it's running, it spreads by inserting copies of itself into other executable code or documents. And worm is a self-predicting, replicating program similar to a computer virus. A virus attaches itself to and becomes part of another
Yeah, I think you
executable
have faced this
program.
problem when you are dealing with the basic science department. This kind of virus attacked in their computer and you help to recover the data, right? So please continue.
Well, however, a worm is self-contained and does not need to be part of another program to propagate itself.
Excellent.
The first worm to attack white attention, the Morris worm, was written by Robert Tapan Morris, who at the time was a graduate student at Cornell University. It was released on November 2, 1988. Morris himself was convicted under the US Computer Crime and Abuse Act and received 3 years probation, community services, and a fine in excess of $10,000. Uh, Zombie infected computers, mostly Windows machines,
Okay, let me add
are
something. Please interrupt. Yeah, actually, zombie is also a kind of ethical hacking attack. But I think Mr. Omlan has done a great job in zombies also. There was a zombie who was attacking the computer, and suddenly Mr. Omlan took the place and suddenly removed that zombie virus. That was just 6 months back. So I think that is a great experience you would describe now about zombies.
Yeah, zombies have been used extensively to send email spam. Between 50% to 80% of all spam worldwide is now sent by zombie computers. Typical things that some current personal computers viruses do: display a message.
It displays message that we get
Yes,
nowadays. That's
and
other things like
other things like erase files, scramble data on a hard disk, cause erratic screen behavior, halt the PC. Many viruses do nothing obvious at all except spread.
now distributed denial of service DDoS attack. Please explain.
DDoS attack.
You are master in this, I think. You have done something. A research on DDoS. Please explain.
A denial of service attack is an attack that causes a loss of services to users, typically the loss of network connectivity and services, by consuming the bandwidth of the victim network or overloading the computational resources of the victim system.
So how it works actually?
It works like the float of incoming messages to the target system agentically forces it to shut down, thereby denying service to the system to legitimate users.
Legitimate, what do you mean by legitimate? Is it the genuine users you mean? I think you have already done with legitimate users who are using the real life operating system, right?
Yes, it is.
So what are the other points here?
Victim's IP address, victim's port number, attacking packet size, attacking inter-packet delay, duration of attack, MyDOM, SCO group,
So how to
etc.
protect the IP address? I think you use IP address in a network. So is it required to properly check the IP address? It is required, I think.
Yes, it is
What
required.
kind of antivirus do you tell to our customers to use? Any kind of internet security scan or antivirus? Quick heal is, I think, is very popular.
Quick heal is better.
Yes, yes, I think so. But this is the, I think, one of the picture of your career. I think how you done the ethical hacking things.
Yes.
DDoS. It's a remote control based attack, right? The attacker is there and the victim is there. Let's go
Yes.
back about the MyDoom, about the history of MyDoom.
Okay, the history of MyDoom is like the MyDoom virus is first identified around 8 a.m. on 26 January 2004. Computer security companies report that MyDoom is responsible for approximately 1 in 10 email messages at this time, slows overall internet performance by approximately 10% and average web page load times by approximately 50%. On 27th January, SEO groups offer a US dollar 250,000 uh, 2,50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the worm creator. And on 1st February, an estimated 1 million computers around the world infected with MyDOM begin the virus's massive distributed denial of service attack, the largest such attack to date.
What are executable virus?
Executable viruses are traditional viruses, pieces of code attaches to a legitimate program run when the legitimate program gets executed, loads itself into memory and looks around to see if it can find any other programs on the disk.
Now the most troublesome virus is boot sector virus, which we are all facing nowadays globally. So please give some light to our audience. What is boot sector virus? About, I think you have
It
done
is
some work
all
on this in your ethical hacking career. I think you have already catch some of the virus of this boot sector. So
Yes,
what is this?
it is also a traditional virus. In fact, the boot sector on floppy disk and hard disk, by putting its code in the boot sector, a virus can guarantee it gets executed. Load itself into memory immediately, and it is able to run whenever the computer
See,
is on.
our audience, our students wants to know what is actually a memory. From
Uh,
C programming or from virus point of view, what is a memory?
Memory is a basic things, and it has two types. It is two types, and one is primary memory and one is another is secondary memory. Primary memory is RAM, and the secondary memory is hard disk or SSD.
So virus can attack in both places, primary,
Yes,
secondary,
it
both.
can attack both places.
Okay, how much money you have recovered in your career? As an ethical hacker, you have helped many people. So how many money on an average? I think more than $2 million, right? Using some latest technology. So we will discuss about this technology later on. Let's discuss the points which you have done in your great career. Next, what is the reason of decline of traditional viruses? Yeah.
There are many reasons decline of traditional viruses. Uh,
Okay, Mr. Ramlan, hold on. We will continue this. Yeah, continue.
Okay. Huge size of today's programs are storing on a compact disk. Operating systems now uh,
Action.
Start.
Ready, play, action.
Lights, camera, action, start.
operating systems now protect the boot sector.
What do you mean by email viruses, which we are facing nowadays? Lots of email comes. What is the meaning of this?
Email viruses moves around in email messages, replicates itself by automatically mailing itself to dozens of people in the victim's email address book. Example: Melissa virus, I love you virus. These are the common viruses, common email viruses actually.
Okay, what is Melissa virus?
Melissa virus is was the fastest spreading virus ever seen. Uh, someone created the virus as a Word document uploaded to an internet news group. People who downloaded the document and opened it would trigger the virus. The
Okay.
virus the virus would then send the document in an email message to the first 50 people in the person's address book.
Okay. So what are the prevention steps? How we can protect from viruses?
We can updates and we can add antiviruses like we kill, as you said earlier, and more secure operating system is Unix.
So here people are confused. What is Unix operating system? What is Windows operating system? Can you give a glimpse on that? What is Unix and what is Windows?
Unix is a prettier operating system, and it is generally uh,
Not so user friendly. You mean
not so user friendly
It is
actually.
for actually proper hacking. We need to use Unix.
Yes.
As you are master in Unix, you are master in Kali Linux, master in Ubuntu, and so do you feel that Unix is very easy or Unix is tough as compared to Windows? In reality, people have mind that the Unix is tough. Is it so
obviously
actually?
obviously it is harder than as compared to Windows operating system.
Okay. So thank you, Mr. Amlan. So that is the end of today's class. We are glad that we found the greatest hacker of all times, ethical hacking, especially Mr. Amlan, and we will take his further knowledge in the upcoming classes because we want